from everybody else?
My deep ball, it has a little secret sauce to it, man.
Never get too high, never get too low, but just keep moving.
The whole story is Carlos never beat me in any kind of sports in high school.
Got another super chat here from my man DJ Mister. He asked, appreciate that, bro. Do you guys think Jessie Bates extension gets done before the season, or do you think we will franchise tag him? So I'll give me and Zim actually talked about this before the show. My thoughts are, I don't think after what we heard today that, and this is just me personally, I don't think that the extension is going to get done before this season starts. Originally, I thought it was out until we heard the report that possibly came from his agent, that the two sides weren't even close and that they didn't foresee an extension getting done at the beginning of the season. Do I think that they will franchise tag him? I think that they will have no choice but to franchise tag him. But I just hope that they haven't, hurt any feelings, because this is a guy that they've kind of displayed and said we've got tweets and things of that nature saying, number one safety is kind of a mixed message if he's asking for top safety money. And that was the key to me today. He said top safeties. He didn't say top safety. He said top safeties.
Right.
And that is, to not offer him something in the top five, I feel like does not give and send the right message to a guy like that who was second team all pro, really has showed and been a lot of dividends and paid his dues on this team. I mean, this is a guy that was in the same draft class as Derwin James, and you could argue at this point, since Derwin James has not been healthy for multiple seasons, he's almost in a sense outplayed him and been more consistent and has done that at a lower rate. He wasn't a guy that you paid in the first round. So I'm just hoping that there aren't any hurt feelings on both sides, but I don't think that the extension is going to get done before the season. I do think they'll franchise him. Zim, what are your thoughts on the Jessie Bates situation going on right now?
Now, just to be clear on this, they don't have to do anything to him this year as far as a franchise tag. When people are talking about franchise tagging, they're talking about next year.
Facts.
So like this year, he said they made like $2 or $3 million or something like that.
Yeah, probably something small like that. I had to look up the actual numbers. So
third
you can
year,
continue. I'll take a look and see.
Yeah, like third year, third season. He could play the whole entire year and it wouldn't mean anything. The following year is where they're now saying they can franchise him. And I was telling Ace this too. It's like on one end, the Bengals never want to be the highest paid of any position. And I kind of feel them when you talk about like edge, corner, unique scenario, Joe Burrow, you're going to have to pay him whatever the heck, you know what I'm saying? But those are the big money positions where we're talking like now we're talking astronomical numbers, like 20 plus a year and up, right?
Right.
Safety is one of the positions though that isn't in the high tier, like market, where I thought that they would say, if not top one, top three, top two, it's just time. And if you look at the list of the guys coming up, it just makes sense to do it now. The franchise tag will be $13 million right now. Next year, I don't know what that would look like.
Facts.
He's probably looking for around 16 to 17 million. So from a base salary, it's not big enough to cause friction, like that. So
I did look up what Jessie Bates' salary is for this year. His cap hit is $2.8 million. So obviously, I think that it's going to be a situation where you got to pay the man. A lot of people are in here saying that. I have to agree with it. I mean, for me, Jessie Bates is one of the best Bengals players that they've drafted in a while. This guy was an all-pro. I can't name the last time the Bengals had an all-pro. I almost want to say it may have been possibly Vontaze Burfict or something like that. So, this guy's paid his dues. I just hope that they make sure that he is paid. But as Zim said, they don't have to pay him this season. Now, looking at the top safeties in the league, Justin Simmons is making $15 million a year. Eddie Jackson is making $14.6 million, and this is on their average salary. Tyrann Mathieu, that's another one. Just got Zim back in. So Zim, I was telling them it looks like his salary for this season is going to be $2.8 million.
Right, which is disrespectful as hell. Right. But it is what it is. Like for just to walk the fans through this too. for every bad situation like this, where you say, how in the hell could somebody like Jessie Bates get 2 point whatever million? I could show you hundreds of guys that got paid on their first 4 years or whatever, coming out of college that didn't deserve it. Like, so this is the other side of it, of what happens is generally going into this year, guys just get the deal done. So just for me to finalize my thought is that they're not that far off. Like, even if we're talking franchise tag, clearly the Bengals still want them. Clearly the Bengals still use them in a lot of advertisement campaigns. They just did a special on them not too long ago on their website. It's not like they don't want them. I just think that the money has something to do with the agent. It probably has to do something with guaranteed money. And Jessie Bates is, like you alluded to, is saying top safeties, not the number one. And so with that being said, I guess they just don't like that number. But for me, maybe they're waiting for Jamal Adams' deal to get done. Maybe not. But Bengals do have leverage in this regard. He could play this whole entire season. He's got to get through the season healthy, right? We know Jessie Bates isn't going to be like some holdout type guy. He comes out of that season, they might do the same thing that they just did to AJ Green, which happens very often, and the reason why the franchise tag was created. He still would be paid probably top 5. I had to go look at salaries right now, but the franchise tag will probably put him in top 5. The cap's going to raise, so the franchise tag will be higher next year. It would put him top 5, but the guaranteed money, like long term, wouldn't be there. So in a hypothetical situation, this is why players don't like the tag. You could get hurt that season and enter into free agent the following year and be at the bottom of the barrel. So that's why players want to get the deal done. That's why the Bengals want to do right by their players and get it done. But I guess the guaranteed money is like, it's got to be the conflict, because it can't be the base salary, not at the safety position. I just can't see that being an issue. Not if you just pay Sam Hubbard.
Right. You just pay Sam Hubbard $10 million a year average salary. Right. For those that are watching with us on YouTube, we appreciate it. Please be sure to subscribe to Boogie and Zim's YouTube channel. Mine is New Stripe City, his and ZimWhoDey. We're also live through the Cincy Jungle Facebook page, so please be sure to leave us a like there. And then if you want to hear this in the audio form, definitely be sure to check out the Cincy Jungle podcast on all platforms. We got the OBI, we got Matt Minnick, so please be sure to check those out. Got another super chat here from my man Kevin Jones. So if you're listening at home and you want to ask your questions live, you can do that via super chat. So Kevin Jones, he says, any chance of getting Alden Smith? Now, remember Zim's list. I think Alden Smith was on that list, Zim.
He just got cut though. Why they cut him?
Yeah, we need to know why.
I saw that yesterday that he got cut, so I'm like, I don't know what that's looking like. But for that type of player, that's exactly what I'm saying. A guy that's been there, done it before. I gotta think it has to be something with. It can't be the body type, because he wouldn't have came in there and they wouldn't have signed him on a field physical, right? So like him moving forward, it has to be something attitude wise or something that they don't like. Lou Anarumo, New York background type of guy, kind of talks that talk. I think it would work for me. I don't know what the situation was, but he's the exact type of guy I'm saying. He might not get the snaps that he's looking for, like here with the emergence of Osai, Sample, and Khaled Kareem. But that backup edge type of guy, that is very much needed, and somebody proven.
Right. Got another tweet from my man ZimWhoDey from Russ ENC. He says, whole lot of orange. There's a whole lot of orange from my man Russ.
Russ, ask me a question though. You can't let me reward you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Whole lot of orange. If you don't know, check it out. You see Zim, if you're watching on YouTube right now, or if you're listening at home, ZimWhoDey.com, the most fire merch. He just dropped the black joints. He got the white ones, the black ones. It's a whole lot of orange. If you're into the MIGOS tees that you guys see in the background, newstripecity.com. Please be sure to check both of those out. But let's get into the meat of the potatoes, bro. Oh, they said Alden Smith got arrested again. That's why. Oh, yeah.
Nah, it's a no-go for us. It's a no-go. They on that character now.